Hey, today I just want to talk about three things that I see often when someone is dealing with stuck or stubborn weight. Now, this is a really interesting topic because so many factors that go into weight loss. And I have this diagram that I show my boot camp clients that shows that it's basically like a stool where the seat of the stool is what you eat, but there are these other supporting factors that are absolutely critical for everything to work together, especially as you get older. I first started Trim Healthy Mama almost 11 years ago, and it was immediately after my fourth baby was born and I was in my 20s. So everything just seemed to work together so much more easily than it does now that I'm 40 years old. And I know I work with people every day who say the same thing. So if you are dealing with stuck or stubborn weight, there could be a lot of factors. We address so many of them in boot camp, but I'm going to give you just three that I see a lot as a certified THM coach right now. The first is not fully following the plan. And when I say fully following the plan, you have to remember that this plan was researched and written so well and so detailed. That's why the book is so big, right? It covers so much and there are so many aspects to it. And it's not supposed to be a counting plan and it's not supposed to be overwhelming, which is why I break it down in boot camp for everybody so it's easy to understand. But one of the things I see a lot is we get into boot camp and I start working with people and I'm trying to get them to their goal weight and we're making serious progress. And over again, I hear, wait, I'm supposed to be doing that? Wait, that's part of the plan? Oh, how did I skip over that in the book? I don't know what happened. That happens often because I think it's a bigger plan and we start separating fuels, which is key. And that is so helpful. And that is something we need to do. But we start to see that there's more to it than that. There's more than just separating fuels. So the first thing that I see that is a big factor when it comes to following THM and actually making it work is, are you implementing all the parts of the plan? Are you doing all of the things that the book recommends? Not in an overwhelming way, but just sometimes I see we tend to skip over some parts or we forget about them. We start to think, okay, I'm following this plan. I'm doing great, but I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not getting any results. And a lot of times it's because we're not doing all of the things that are recommended in the book. So if you're in boot camp with me, I know it's filling up. And if you are with me in boot camp, you don't have to worry about this. We're starting next week. I will break it down step by step for you. And you'll be working with me personally to make sure that you are getting and implementing all the parts of the plan, plus making it so much easier. Plus, actually, if you sign up, if within the next 3 days, I think there's a couple spots left, you get the bonus $99 stay on plan for the holidays course absolutely for free. So that's almost $100 that you get absolutely free. And that means that your coaching will go from now through the end of the year if you sign up for boot camp right now at the link that's scrolling on the video here. But fully following the plan is a huge thing. That means implementing what THM has said about frankenfoods, fuel pulls. The meal spacing is critical. Getting the right number of E's in, which is something I help you figure out if you're working with me. So not fully following the plan is number one. The second one is underlying health issues. And this can be tough. For some people, they will go to the doctor and get the testing recommended in chapter 24 of the Trim Healthy Mama Plan book. And then they can see pretty clearly and pretty quickly what's going on, what needs to change, what needs to be treated to get weight loss moving again. For a lot of us, that's not the case. And I'm not necessarily saying that, we want any kind of diagnosis, but for a lot of us, it just feels frustrating. And the issues can be things that are coming back looking normal on labs, but not actually healthy or right for our bodies. So one of those things that we see a lot of times are cortisol, adrenal problems, blood sugar issues, things like that. So if you are struggling a little bit, that is a good place to evaluate if you have any underlying health issues. And Trim Healthy Mama has talked about functional medicine doctors before. I've gone to a functional medicine doctor. And in my case, just anecdotally, I've gotten better answers from a functional medicine doctor than from a regular doctor. If you have a regular doctor, it's definitely worth going to see them and asking them questions, but it really just depends on where you're at. You're in control of your own health decisions, and I'm certainly not a doctor, so I don't make any health recommendations, but testing instead of guessing is very, very beneficial for weight loss. And then treating accordingly, figuring out what's going on and getting to the root cause of whatever could be causing your body not to want to release weight is very important. And then the third thing, which is probably one of the least popular things, that again, these are three of many that are can be causes for stubborn weight loss. And in fact, when we get into week 4 of boot camp, we go through all of this. I have a full page of recommendations for people to work through. We do one at a time to break through stubborn weight. But the third one that I see a lot is that our brains tend to trick us and make us think that we're doing better than we actually are. And I've done this before too, where I will think I'm completely on plan. Why isn't the scale moving? Why aren't I decreasing in inches? I'm exercising, I'm eating well. What's going on? And then when I actually food journal and review it, I'm like, oh, wait, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Oh, look at this. I forgot that I did that. I think that we tend to just gloss over so much. So my encouragement to you for number 3 is, if you really want to get real about what's going on, food journal, keep track of it for at least a week, see what's going on, see if you are eating as well as you think you are. In boot camp, I review food journals every single day, and I can't tell you how often I run into people who are fully sure that they're following the plan and staying on plan, and they're not actually on plan as fully as they think they are. So it is really easy to do, and there's no shame to anybody. I'm not calling anyone out. I've done the same thing, but writing everything down, if you can get a coach to review it like I do for my boot camp clients, I highly recommend it. I will review your food journals if you're in boot camp. I know boot camp is great for that. I hear that all the time, getting the feedback on what you're doing right and what you can fix with your THM journey to get better results. But write it down, and that way you can be more aware of what's really going on, if you're eating off plan and not realizing it, if things are happening more often, and especially those critical things like your timing, your ease, your frankenfoods, the things that I watch for to help people get best results. That's what you can be watching for at home too. So I hope that's helpful. If you want to join us in boot camp, there are still some, just I don't know how many spots left, but they always sell out. And we have a couple more days to get that $99 stand plan for the holidays course included with boot camp. So go ahead and sign up at thewellplankitchen.com/THM bootcamp. I have tons of payment plan options available, and I would love to see you there. I will talk to you soon.